It's match day 36 of the English Premier League, and it's a battle between master and apprentice Mikel Arteta versus Manchester City. Yes, 20 teams started this race, but 18 are falling apart. 2 teams vying for who would become the champions of England. Will it be Arteta and Arsenal winning the title for the first time in 22 years? Or will it be Pep Guardiola winning 5 titles in 6 years? Something that we have not seen before. My name is Damola, and welcome to Score City, where passion meets purpose. In the studio with me are my usual collaborators, my paddy them, like I like to call them. I also have a new surprise for you today, and I'll be doing a very big unveiling very soon. Yes, introducing my usual comrades, Mide and Elizabeth. Welcome to the show, Mide.
Yeah, it's good to be back again, do Premier League review show. And it's good to be here to banter some club and some fun.
Definitely. Elizabeth, you're welcome. How are you doing?
I'm lonely at the top, man. So I don't have time for banter. I'm focused. So let's get into it.
Yes, it's not new. It is not new to meet here, but showing his face for the first time on the show is the one and only. He's a Chelsea fan. Yes, he will be dropping a lot of banter today, and let me just give it to you. His name is Kingsley. Kingsley, you're welcome. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
Very good. Straightforward.
Sharp.
No time.
Sharp.
Yes, we are starting with, like I said, it's a 2-horse race. But a lot of things are still on the line. People are vying for Europe, some fighting relegation, and some will only see Europe. Not like Moses, they will never get there. Chelsea versus Liverpool. Mide, that is the first match of the weekend. Most teams don't like early kickoff, but Chelsea are going to Anfield. How do you feel right now with all the bad performances that Chelsea have had?
I'm where I go start from. It's gonna be, but in fact, should I say short? I can't say I'm even short. I'm even long for words now because Chelsea have not been doing well. They have actually, put me to shame. They are actually
increase your volume as you're speaking. Be louder.
Just
don't be calm.
They don't stab me for my enemies to feast on this season. But if there's one fixture that Chelsea always want to turn up, it's usually against Liverpool.
Yeah, exactly.
There's one club that Chelsea, whenever they want to face them, regardless of their form, their art is one thing. You may say Nottingham Forest, and so when I talk against Nottingham Forest, yes, Nottingham Forest can beat us. But when it comes to Liverpool, we always want to turn up. But at the same time, I'm looking at that team news and it's not looking good. Mm-hmm. You have Rob Sanchez out. There's Neto and Nacho still not. So Chelsea are left with no fit senior winger in the team now. And even the Jesse Derry that was supposed to, talking in that position got injured against Nottingham Forest. So going to Anfield, well, the season is done already. There's nothing to look forward to. The only thing that is worthy of concentration or worthy of this season is just the FA Cup final against Manchester City. Aside that, I don't think everything now should be made formality, and that's it for me.
Kingsley, let me ask, can Chelsea end their bad run of form against Liverpool? They're on a 6-match losing streak. Can they end this against Liverpool?
Yeah, there's potential of us ending it. Anytime you see Lafia in form, just know that Chelsea is playing Liverpool again. So there is chance.
It's always available against Liverpool.
Exactly. Anytime you see Lafia back in form,
Lafia will be available.
It will be available. So we can try, because their last game, the way they played against Manchester United, we can. But I can't really vote for my team because the way we play against Nottingham Forest is not even giving me the morale.
Yeah, it's not encouraging at all. It's very, very frustrating to watch.
There's no winger. There's nothing, so I'll just we can try. So I feel like our focus now is the FA.
The FA Cup, yeah, against City.
Probably so nothing for Chelsea against Liverpool.
We try our best. I can't say there's nothing. we try at least. Manchester United easily get 2 goals past them. before
they
Manchester-
came back
Yeah.
into the game.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you
So-
fancy your chances.
I can still manage my chance now. I can still manage my chance.
I like that.
exactly.
Chelsea fans are always very, very optimistic. Elizabeth, let's do the killer now.
There's nothing to kill.
Chelsea have been God, I beg. There's nothing to kill.
We're talking about two dead teams, but let's go.
Chelsea have been misfiring this season. In fact, the match against Nottingham Forest was their first goal in 6 matches. They had no goal in April. They had no goal in March. May, they have just 1 goal. Can Liverpool take advantage of this misfiring Chelsea squad?
Well, if Liverpool wants to take advantage, it is open for them. But who is that man that will do that for Liverpool? Salah is not available. There is no Isak. And then who do we have there? A very,
There's Gakpo.
Gakpo. Who be Gakpo now? Who be
what he's
Gakpo
trying.
now?
There's
Who be
Zoboslai
Gakpo?
too now.
Apart from Zoboslai, what I'm saying is that in the attack for Liverpool, there is nobody that's, that looks like a threat for Chelsea coming into that fixture.
I see Leon Guma and I say he's a threat.
But will he start him will Arne Slot start that man in the game?
Well,
That's
that
another
is
question
off
because
the gate, yeah.
people have been expecting and hoping that this man will trust this young lad enough and then start him in games. You don't have anything to prove. You don't have anybody. You are justified if you start him in any games right now. But this man will not do it. So for me, it's just a toothless attack versus a toothless attack. A very weak defense versus a weak defense. Now we'll get their chance. If we take them, now you go win the game. Now going for Chelsea, but I say that Chelsea, getting that goal for Joao Pedro coming back. Though that goal was a consolation goal, but the way and the manner at which he scored that goal was superb. Control the ball with his chest and what a bicycle kick. For me, that goal should be contending for the goal of the week. And so if you have your attacker, your striker getting that kind of goal, I think it's going to boost his morale going away to Anfield. But for Liverpool, I don't see them doing enough in that game. I don't fancy them.
Mide, how can Chelsea solve, or McFarlane, let me go right, how can McFarlane solve the striking crisis at Chelsea right now?
There's nothing to solve about the striking because now first we get fit players, I ain't go play them now. Currently, all wingers of most of the 4 Chelsea currently possess are out injured. So it will be
There's Liam
difficult.
Delap.
Liam is not a winger.
Exactly.
He's not a winger.
He played as a winger at Ipswich. His former coach.
I don't know if whoever is playing as a winger is probably needs to have his head checked properly. He cannot. It's just like say okay because Van der Ven can run.
Let me ask
Let's
this
put
question.
him as a winger.
Let me ask this question. Chelsea used to be one of the best, or should I say the best academy in terms of producing young talent.
Yeah.
What happened to that Chelsea manufacturing line?
It boils down to that years of mismanagement when it comes to, and Chelsea have been chopping and changing at youth level. We once had the whole Chelsea youth development head changed. The under 21 coach, we brought McFarlane from under 21. Before him, there was a manager from Benfica. He was changed during the season. Under 18 too. So there has been this instability in that development side of Chelsea, and that has been a problem over the years. Chelsea under Abramovich used to buy young talent and keep them in the academy and bring them up until they can actually
Sometimes sell.
Exactly, and that is the reason why Chelsea can boast of at least one former player in every Premier League team. So I think the approach changed since the new ownership took over, and this has been the story of Chelsea. Ultimately, the most important thing is that Chelsea needs to, instead of buying those players for the first team, why not buy them to the academy and
Develop them,
give
send
them
them out
away
on loan.
away from the pressure of the first team. Buy experience in the first team. Let the experienced players be going with the first, and these young talents so that once they attain that level when you can blood them into the first team, they can actually, and that has been the problem. Chelsea has not produced any player
In fact,
in recent years.
I was about to ask that is there any player you're fancying in that academy that you think Chelsea can integrate into?
Yeah, there are
You're
some.
saying-
There are still some 1 or 2 that I still look out to. One was Rio before he moved to Liverpool. And there's quite a number of like Kavuma, McQueen. There's Jess Derry too, and there's Reggie Walsh. he played under Maresca in the Europa League Conference League rather,
Conference
League.
last season. So there are still some players, but are we producing at the level at which we used to do? You know, we produce quite a lot. You know, for a team that produced Loftus-Cheek, that produced
Mason
Mount, Gallagher,
Those
no
are
name
the
it.
Rabiot,
Adam, so all of them. So that is just what I meant by, can we go back to that era when we produce quite a number of, at least, if not elite status,
At least
but at
players that
least
can be squad players.
that can actually go into Premier League teams and be a mainstay.
Mide, let's quickly round up on Chelsea and Liverpool. Who do you think is more fired? Because Chelsea they can still salvage their season. If they get 3 consecutive wins, probably they can find their way into that last Conference League spot. Or is it Liverpool who can actually cement their place in the Champions League by winning against Liverpool? Who is more fired up for that match?
Well, like Lizzy said, is a match between two very poor teams.
Thank God.
I won't say a dead team, because before you can say a dead team is a team that doesn't have trophies in its cabinet.
True.
But these are elite. You know,
And that's the problem I have.
That's the point I'm making, that you cannot say they are dead team. They are a poor team by their standard. They are a poor team. They have not done what is expected of a team of their caliber. Now, the problem is, who wants it more? That's the problem. Who wants it more? And looking at both, I think Chelsea's face is more or less sealed. You know, winning this game will not help their cause much. The making Conference League at this point is pointless. There's no need having that workload. Really, when you be thrown into obscure places in Europe, you know, when you have to go from in London to Kazakhstan,
MUFC,
go to Georgia and all of that. So these are something that Chelsea would not, even if you are not making at least the Champions League, make Europa. And there's no the only avenue they have to make that Europa now is the FA Cup. So I think that is where Chelsea will be putting all their might and strength to get the European space.
Quickly, let's look at another match which might not really be interesting, but there is a background story to it. There's a certain Manchester United fan that has not had his haircut in a very, very long while.
And he won't get it.
Yes, the guy is I think is a proper celebrity right now. Maybe I would actually go on a campaign like that, whereby I find something to do until maybe Nigeria wins the World Cup.
You go grow, baby. You go grow, me to say that.
Or maybe I say until Nigeria wins the Nations Cup again. I think I'm safer there.
That one safe, you don't
You
show
go grow
for
me
you.
too.
Yes, Manchester United have opportunity to extend their winning streak to 4 consecutive matches. They are on a 3-match winning streak. They have not done 5 in a very long time. Manchester United go away to Sunderland, who look like a broken club right now. They are far from what they were at the beginning of the season. Elizabeth, can Manchester United get a 4th consecutive win against Sunderland?
Well, in this game, I don't think so. Now, you ask me why. Their match against Liverpool, you don't concede goals like that. Individual errors, giving away goals to a Liverpool that they are not even ready to score. Now, if you go away to a Stadium of Light, whether they are broken or not, that their stadium speaks volume of what they are doing as a club. People that go there to struggle. I think the only team that has beaten them convincingly in that ground is Nottingham Forest. And right now, you cannot compare that Nottingham Forest form with anybody. They went there, they trashed them like a baby. 5-0.
Proper trashing.
You understand? So I think apart from that, people have just been, probably get 3-0, 3-1. Nobody goes to that stadium and do anyhow. So if they go to Stadium of Light and they continue in that form at which they are going, I don't see them winning that game. Yes, they are already secured. Their place in the Champions League have been sealed with their win against the Liverpool. But if you look at their game against the Brentford, they scraped that 2-1 win because Brentford had a lot of chances against them. It was just Igo Thiago that was not clinical in front of going to score those goals, to score those.
Too.
You understand in that game. So even Liverpool safe. At some point, Liverpool got fired up when the game was on 2-2. So if you go you go away to Stadium of Light and then you go with this, lapses, I don't think you're going to come back with 3 points.
Yeah, quickly. Kingsley, let me ask this very, very funny question. Though not funny. Manchester United, they I think the season is done already. Mm-hmm. They have secured
Champions League football.
Should they just go in, trying to give players that have not been playing that much? Should they give them opportunity to play, or should just stick with his first 11 and what he usually does?
They should stick with their first 11. Because anything that is not concerning my team like this, my team don't put me for depression. So
We are both
anything-
depressed, so we are
I'm like,
in
depression
this
is like,
together.
it's like times 2. You don't know what's going on in my head, but
It is what it is.
it is what it is. It is what it is, exactly.
So you just concerned whether Manchester United plays the first 11 or whatever. You just continue.
Actually, Manchester United, they are trying. Manchester United is a team that the mistake that Amorim did then was he did not play according to the form, the way Manchester United play. If you check them, their last 2 matches, they are playing counter. Manchester United is a team of counter. If you are like attacking Man U, make sure they are players at your home. Sure you get they are players at your home. So going there, I think it's an easy win because for Nottingham Forest to like beat Sunderland 5-0 comfortably at their home. So Manchester United can easily do it. It was
Because they have the players.
exactly, and
Alright. I think I agree with that too.
Kyrie won't like
Want
do
to play his friendly. He wants to play his first team to
first
just get
team
the
because
get
he's
the
trying
result
to like
first.
secure his job. at
Exactly.
Man U.
Secure the
So,
3 points. Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter if
And
they
the
are
more 3 points he
securing-
gets,
Yes, anybody,
the
Papa.
more assurance he gets for his job.
Exactly. So,
I think I love the angle at which Kingsley actually came from because you have to look at it. Sometimes we feel like it is done, but the more points he gets, I love Kingsley's point of view. The more points he gets, the
More
better his
assurance.
chances
Of
of
getting
probably
the job.
getting that
Yes,
Manchester United job.
yeah.
Yeah, please remember to follow us on all our social media handles: our Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and X. Subscribe, like our videos on YouTube at Score City NG.